energy, right?
Up, they gonna get on it. So
That's what's
that's
up.
how it is.
Yeah.
I want each and one of you guys to answer this next question for me, okay? For all you got, well, each one of you guys, who your musical influence and how do they blend it into your music group?
I could start. Basically, I really kind of grew up listening to just whatever sounded good. So like, it was a wide range of sounds that I kind of just picked up on, like from like Life Jennings all the way to like Paramore and Queen, and then of course Michael Jackson and sounds like Bobby Brown, New Edition at the forefront of that, kind of molding my love for the R&B cultural side of music. But when it came to like singing and like how I presented my voice, that was like me just singing along to like Disney Channel and stuff like that. And so like it all kind of rounded out to like this like R&B hip hop kind of like general stage performing kind of like mix for me.
What about you, Shaq?
I would say since I was, more of coming up in the church and I sung more of quartet. I used to sing baritone, so I like the lower like range artists like, like Luther, and then like now the new age people like Friday and people like that.
Yeah, I
So
like Friday.
I'm just like a cool tenor that can sing a little baritone. I can't do all the little high notes and stuff and all that. So just a smooth guy.
What about you?
Uh, so the groups like 112 and Silk and uh, what's the other group called? Jesus, Drew Hill, and Jodeci. Out of those groups, Q, one of my big inspirations. Little G, Wanye, Cisco. Um, all those cats I kind of grew up listening to, and would try to mimic my voice to their voice or whatnot. Growing up, before I found my voice, and after I found my voice, because I have probably the highest or the biggest range out of the group. I'm more of the belter or however you call it. Those are kind of like my inspirations. Shaq took them. Luther Vandross was one of my guys. I listen to him all the time, and include Michael Jackson as well. I think I try to grow up trying to dance like Michael Jackson.
I think we all did.
We all did.
I think I was that cat. I used to think that I was the little kid off of the Moonwalker. You remember the little dude off of Moonwalker?
Yeah, I know
he
you
was
talking
doing
about
Smooth Criminal. Yeah, he was doing all the moves. Yeah, I was trying to do all those moves.
Hey, you hurt your ankles trying to do that little bent over move with that on Smooth Criminal?
Yeah. Nah, I fell flat on my face. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, before I get you, CJ, I saw a video. Michael had his damn shoes nailed to the ground. That's the only way he's able to do that. Man,
and we didn't find that out until later on, man.
Yeah.
Later on.
A lot later.
I just thought he had really strong ankles.
Me too, man. Me too, man.
Now I knew there was something going on, but I was like, dang.
Yeah.
And then when you saw it, you're like, man, I wish I never saw what actually happened.
He had some good core strength, man. What about you, CJ?
Man, okay, so my background comes from as well as Diesel, growing up in the church and stuff like that. But also as well too, my parents used to always play like the Temptations and Smokey Robinson and the OJs and the Miracles and stuff like that type of era growing up and then playing it. But growing from that and then as well, man, as the bros said, Jodeci, New Edition, and 112 and So For Real, man, so many different groups that were amazing. But my main like influence and my main like core that came from was, I would say, Bobby Brown, right? And the reason why I say Bobby is because I relate to him a whole lot more as far as the way that he's free when he dances and the entertaining aspect. Because as well, man, you can be the dopest singer in the world and the dopest, rifter and run and all that stuff, but if you can't entertain, man, it's like, you know what I mean? It doesn't give that extra umph, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So learning from him, and then as well, man, you can't forget the GOAT Babyface. You know what I'm saying? Because the thing with him is the way his pen is, people don't understand the amount of songs that he has really written in the decades that he's been, you know, a part of the music industry and stuff like that. Man, he is such inspiration. Even the performing aspect too, though, right? Because he's a dope performer as well too, man. But those are pretty much my inspirations.
CJ, hold on, Craig. CJ, you said Bobby Brown, right?
Yes, sir.
100, bro.
Yes, sir.
You the king R&B, or you think Whitney was just high when she said that?
Honestly, you know what? I'm gonna be real, man. He is, and I had this conversation before. I say he's the king of stage, right?
Okay, I agree.
Because his
Stage presence,
performance, yeah, his performance ability, the way that he commands the stage, man, that man doesn't even have to dance. He can just walk on the stage and simply just command, you know, just the audience and everything. Now, the king of R&B, you know, some people might disagree, but me personally, is Babyface. Because again, the reason why I say he's the king of R&B is because to simply write so many hit records, right? And so many number ones, and then as well to do it for yourself too. There's nobody that could compare to him, in my personal opinion.
Now I
Nobody.
will say
So,
this person. Y'all might disagree with me because he
I know
kind
who you gonna say. I know who you gonna say.
Kels.
Yep.
Wait, who?
Hey, regardless, I don't agree with
Kelly.
you, right, man? But when it comes to that pen game and the R&B, man, hey, he's up there with Babyface, man. I
Hey,
got to
he
give it to him.
is, but I can't give it to him, man. Just
Yeah,
for
I
the
mean,
simple
I get it.
because it's not just of, you know, his pet. I'm talking about R. Kelly, not Robert, right? You know what I mean? The music
Right.
wise, the music, yes, phenomenal. I'm not talking about his personal life, but from a person who squeaky clean, right? Never been in trouble, never had problems, right? And it's been such of a major inspiration to so many generations. Not saying R. Kelly hasn't, but again, you're talking about whole roundedness.
Yeah.
Oh man, I gotta give it to Boss, to Babyface all day.
I ain't mad at you.
Can't be mad.
Yeah.